Coming up on Real Time this week, British veterans could be targeted by assisted suicide bill, Bishop slams abortion bias in Scotland, the BMA says suicide centres will need abortion-style buffer zones, and Boston men march to abolish abortion. SPUC has warned that Britain's war veterans could be targeted by proposed assisted suicide bill that has a built-in review period set to take place within 5 years. The review of Labour MP Kim Leadbeater's assisted suicide bill would take place within 5 years, if it is passed, leaving open the door to its expansion, which has already occurred in Canada and other jurisdictions. While the Leadbeater bill would legalise assisted suicide for ill adults, it could easily be expanded to kill those suffering from depression and other mental health issues. SPUC has warned that the slippery slope is real and that the threat of the lethal piece of legislation must be defeated. Bishop John Keenan of the Roman Catholic Diocese of Paisley has condemned a supposedly independent abortion law review into Scotland's abortion law for excluding all pro-life representation. The panel was commissioned by the Scottish Government to consider waiving future prosecutions of abortions past the current 24-week limit, which would essentially decriminalise abortion in Scotland. The review's proposals will be subject to a public consultation next year. However, Bishop Keenan has slammed the panel's lack of credibility and legitimacy after it was packed with pro-abortion advocates. 6 of the panel members are abortion providers or practitioners, and 10 already expressed a view in favour of decriminalisation or represented an organisation which supports the move. No panel member represented a pro-life constituency or organisation. The British Medical Association has described how clinics which facilitate assisted suicide could require abortion-style buffer zones. MPs will debate and vote on Kim Leadbeater's assisted suicide bill on November the 29th. If passed, vulnerable people will be permitted to apply for suicide. The BMA, which has a neutral stance on changing the law, stated that doctors and patients would need to be protected from alleged harassment if assisted suicide was legal. In submissions to the Scottish Parliament's Health Committee, the BMA mentions that any bill to legalise assisted suicide should include provision for safe access zones. SPUC is calling on supporters to contact their MP now as a matter of urgency, telling them to vote against this bill on November the 29th. More information or support on how to do this can be found on SPUC's website or on social media channels. And finally, hundreds of men marched in Boston calling for an end to abortion and for the dignity and right to life of unborn babies to be upheld. The march began near a Planned Parenthood abortion facility and carried on for a 3-mile stretch, concluding in the city's common. From SPUC's newsroom, I'm Catherine Mokler. Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoy our content, please like, share and subscribe.